Hey guys, please make sure you stand till the end. People make one common mistake that will destroy the engine. You will end up rebuilding or replacing it, which can cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Stay with us, we'll explain what we're talking about. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair Guys. Super helpful video to any of you having a BMW with the 6-cylinder engine N55. We're talking about almost any BMW from year 2010 to year 2018. If you want to see how to replace thermostat step by step, stay with us, we'll explain how to do that. Now, guys, there are a few things we want to share with you to save you money. Some people make a common mistake that destroys their engine. We'll explain what it is. And if you need to buy coolant thermostats for your BMW, if you want to see that information, we'll share the information in the description of the video below. So let's start on it now. So before we start, let us guys tell a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We show you guys how to fix multiple things. We fix engines, we fix guys transmissions, we fix bodywork. We show you how to fix engine codes, fuses, relays. We take them completely apart. We make at least 200 videos on every car. Why we do that? Because our mission here at the garage is to save you guys as much money as we can by providing that information. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, that way we can keep making these free videos. Check out our YouTube channels. We guys have more than 17,000 free repair videos that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. And if you need to buy parts, tools, to fix your cars, we're going to share the information in the description of the video below. Let's start on it now. So many BMWs will be that way, guys. The first thing that you kind of like need to do in order to drain the coolant, you need to come under the car. It needs to be safely lifted up. That jack is amazing. We'll share the information in the description of the video below if you want to buy one. But here, guys, if you come underneath, check this thing out. That undercover here, the engine undercover, it needs to come out, guys. So we need to remove it so we can drain the coolant, then we'll continue with the next step. So first, let's explain, guys. Here we're going to get a few tools and we'll start removing the engine undercover. So we're starting with 8mm socket, guys. Okay, and we will need to start removing things now. Okay. A few screws here and there, you will see towards the back, that's towards the transmission side on that X4, X3 will be the same way, other BMWs will be very close procedure as well, guys. So, okay, let's see this one now. Okay, our machine is having a little bit tough time, but sometimes when we hit it in the ground, it starts working. So let's see if that will be the case again. Let's tap it one more time in the ground and see if it's going to take care of it or we need to replace the battery. Okay, all we had to do is just tap it one more time. Battery is still good, so let's go ahead. Okay, and remove that one there. Okay, and this one. Okay, we see we're there. Perfect. Okay, it came out just like this one. Next, we need to remove one on the other side, the same thing. So we're removing that one now there. Okay, wear eye protection, guys, because here you will have sand, dirt in that cover quite a bit. Okay. You will have some in the middle, I can see right there. Try to hold them, okay, straight, not to strip them. So here, we're on this one. And we have a few in the front, guys, okay, towards the bumper here, that we need to remove. So let's go ahead and do that now. And, okay, let's see if we have more here. One more in that corner. Okay, and now let's see if we can slide it back. Okay, we're gonna have one more. That looks like it's a 10. Okay, perfect. And one more nut like this on the other side. And it's going to drop, so kind of like hold it with your hand. Be prepared for things to leak out sometimes. Dirt, dust, oil. It's a BMW. Kind of like they always drip a little bit. So we're ready here. So guys, now many BMWs they will differ, but they will use very similar design. So this here now, instead of the radiator being on the bottom of the car on your BMWs, often it's the intercooler. And guys, here now that intercooler, okay, what we're talking about here, guys, okay, you have the radiator right above that intercooler. We'll be replacing thermostat, which is stuck right here, you can see, very limited room. And we'll be able to reach it from here, but what we'll attempt, we'll actually remove our intercooler to drain the coolant, and we need to inspect the intercooler to see if it has all deposits, and that can tell you if the turbo is good as well and not. But here, guys, what we're going to do, first we'll attempt to, you don't have to do that, but we'll try to remove it. These two screws, that's the outlet hose. We're going to disconnect the inlet hose on this side and two more screws, and we will see how easy that thing is to drop after that. So that's the outlet hose, that spring. We're going to pull it out. Okay, and once you guys pull it out to a certain position, it should stay there. When that happens, we should be able, okay, to pull that hose out, which is, by the way, very limited space. Okay, it came loose. You can see that hose is loose. Now let's do the same thing to this side. Okay, I want to show you this one. It's the one right there. Okay, that's the one. So we need to do exactly the same thing, guys. Okay, you can see we're going to pull it until it's stuck in place. One side, then the other side, kind of like thing, until it's stuck there. Okay, and it doesn't go anywhere. Perfect. You can see the spring is loose. Let me see. I pushed it back in. I'll get it out, and I just need to push the hose out. So guys, we're going to get a torque sturdy, and we're going to attempt to remove the two screws now. Let's see that. One. Okay, let's see the second one now. Okay, now we have two on this side that we need to do. So let me do them quick. On this side you can see this one. So let's hold it just in case. I don't want it to drop and break something. Okay, that's one is on my shoulder. Let me see if I can reach that one, or I have to. Okay, this one came out too. Okay, let's see now. Okay, go to the back, slide to the back a little bit. You see, okay, to the back, right there. We have one thing holding. Let me show you. Okay, on this side, okay, right here. Okay, right there, you need to lift up, slide back. Okay, and it came loose. Now, let me see. We have the hoses pre-loosened. Okay, 1 second. Here, the rubber seal on the bottom. We don't want to crack it. We don't want to break things. So let's see if it's going to come off. And it did, guys. You can see, just like this one. So on that BMW now, guys, you work on many BMWs, but on the X3, X4 platform here, many will actually use the same design. That's the radiator without the intercooler that we removed, and here that's the lowest point on the radiator, that hose, that's your transmission cooler right here with the transmission thermostat. But here what you need to do, pry that spring up, pull it out, it will leak out. Make sure coolant is not hot, let the car sit overnight, guys. It needs to sit for at least, I would say, 1 night, so we make sure it's not hot because coolant can severely burn it. The other lowest point that you have right here, guys, okay, you see that hose going to the thermostat housing right there. That's one of the lowest points too, so we can disconnect that hose from the thermostat housing, okay, right there. you can see it has one clip as well, just the same way. And that's going to drain the engine block and quite a bit of coolant as well if you want to completely drain the system, guys. So now guys, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I want to show you. Okay, here. Okay, I'm trying to get the good angle. And we're going to pull that spring out for the holes there. Okay, things may leak out. Always use eye protection. Glass. Make sure the coolant is completely cold too. Okay, and that spring, let me see if I can get a good view. I'm trying to show it for you guys. Okay, that spring right there, we're trying to focus on the camera. Okay, right there, that spring, you see how it came loose, right? The spring right there. So now we're going to wiggle the hose and try to get it out, guys. So let me pass the camera. Here it's going to leak a little bit, quite a bit from everywhere, so be prepared. Okay guys, it starts coming out. Okay, so we're draining now the thermostat here. That's the coolant coming out. Okay, always make sure that that coolant is cold. Perfect. Okay, now the thermostat starts leaking out. It got air. So now we're going to be prepared to collect the rest. So let's get one pen as well, so I can collect on the back side some. I think we caught most of it, by the way. Yeah, it looks like it's coming now. Okay, let me see if we have one pen quick. Okay, because it starts splashing here and there. Okay, let me switch the pen now quick. Okay. Because it can catch a little bit more probably. It almost stopped too. Okay, we'll let it drain all the way. Okay, if we open the cap, we might get more out of the system. Because probably it had vacuum in it. Let's see. Okay, still leaking here. Not much. We will let it drain, guys. Okay, all the way, and then we'll continue, okay, with the next step. So this is the hose that we disconnected, guys. That thermostat is installed kind of like that way, right here. So that's the hose that we removed. Now we're going to remove that one. These two, they have clamps, and we have two bolts on the bottom and one wire that we need to disconnect. Now I'm going to attempt to remove the big one too. The big one, okay, is right here. So I'm going to go ahead, disconnect. Okay, so we're going to make a mess again, probably. Be ready. That hose is coming out too. Okay, check it out now. That one will be stronger. Why? Due to the fact that this is actually quite big hose, so the seal will be bigger too. So be ready to make a little bit of a mess here too. Okay, it's coming off slowly, but that O-ring is holding quite a bit, guys. Okay. Still holding, so we... Gotovo. So as you can see, guys, it came out. Just like this one, it's out. Okay, now we have two more hoses, the wire a mess to clean later because it's everywhere, and make sure that coolant doesn't go on your skin, guys. It's super bad for you. So now, okay, we're going to go ahead and try to disconnect the wire quick. So here for the wire I'm going to need a small screwdriver. Okay, let me exactly see how it is, and we'll remove the two bolts to remove the thermostat out of the mount, and we'll continue. Guys, we disconnected the wire. That's the wire right here. You just need to press on the back side and release it. Now here we're going to remove two bolts. Those are with 10mm, guys. Okay, that's the ones that hold the thermostat in place. So that's what we are doing now. Removing two bolts. I know it's limited room, hard to see, but what to do, guys? We're trying our best here to provide good advice. Okay, one is about to come out. That's what the bolt looks like. Now working on the second one, which is a little bit easier here. Okay, that thermostat starts moving now, I can see it. Perfect. And now, okay, we have two hoses that we need to disconnect. That thermostat is still full of coolant, by the way. I want to see if I can tilt it so some of it can leak out. As much as we can. Okay, that's still something, right? We still got something here. Next, we need to, guys, disconnect two hoses, and one is the big one with the clamp, okay, underneath, and one on top. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we, guys, removing the clamps. We did the big hose, now the little one, and we're going to go ahead. Okay, disconnected now. Okay, let's see how we're going to pull that hose. The clamp is loose, but the hose is still holding, guys. Here is very limited room, unfortunately, which makes things really hard to work, guys. Okay, good thing we removed that. Okay, we removed the we actually removed, guys, that intercooler. Let me get my watch off because I'm here heating it and I don't want to mess it up. So here we are working on the last hose only that I'm trying still to release. Even though that clamp is all the way loose, it's holding. Okay, that's the last one. It's coming out, guys. It's off. Let's see. Last one. Let's see now how we're going to get the thermostat. It's out, guys. Okay, more coolant. That was the big hose here with the clamp. That was the big hose here and the little one here, and the two plugins and the wire and the two bolts. So it sits in that position installed on the car. So, guys, that's the new thermostat we are putting now. Here you see that white line. It needs to align with that arrow, and that's where, okay, the clamp needs to be. So everything needs to align perfectly, guys. Okay, otherwise you may end up having, guys, problems with wrinkled hose not being at the correct location as well. So now that's what we're doing. We need to get that clamp tightened, then we need to install the big hose on the bottom and practically put everything in reverse order that we took it apart. Okay, guys, so now we installed the two hoses. We got them tight. I want to show you something. We reversed one of the clamps. I don't think it's going to hit on anything, but that way we can do it from here. I want to show you right there. Watch now. That hose, that big hose, I reversed the clamp to be on this side, so I just did it with an extension like this one, super easily, and you can tighten it and loosen it if you need to. why it was on the other side, I don't know. I don't see anything that it's going to hit there. We tightened the little holes there. Now we're going to go ahead, tighten these 10mm bolts that hold the thermostat to the water pump there. And after that, guys, okay, we're going to make sure we don't forget to install our wire. Okay, the cable for the thermostat needs to be pushed in, guys. Do not forget to do that. So that's what we are doing now. Okay, one is tightened, second one in. Now I want to wipe things a little bit while I still can hear, okay, the hose, everything, because that coolant is stinky, guys. It's greasy, it's stinky. I don't want it to, okay, smell, because it's everywhere, right? So try to wipe as much, guys, as you can, okay, before you start your vehicle. Now that's the connector for the wire. It's full of coolant too. Wipe it, clean it really good. And now make sure you hear that click, guys, when you install it. Listen now. Okay, perfect. That's in. It goes there on the housing. Now I need to get, guys, okay, the metal clip for the hose. It came off, the big hose right here. So I'm going to install that one now. It goes only one specific way, guys. Okay, so well, it's reversible, so you can go both ways. But let me go ahead and install it quick now. Okay, I started leaking again here, unfortunately. More coolant leaking out. So get it in the canal there. So apply a little bit of coolant to the seal on the inside. Now I'm going to go ahead and push the metal clip all the way in and then install the hose. Push it until you hear that click, guys. Okay. Now we might need to be able to pull the, okay, the seal, the clip. I might not be able to do it and then reinsert it. So let me see which way will be easier for me. Oh, not so much. Anyways. Okay, it's going in, but you're going to work on this one. It's going to be quite hard, guys. So we applied a little bit of coolant to the little hose here. That's the last one that we need to install. Make sure you have that good click and the springs go where they're supposed to, right, guys? Because otherwise, okay, that hose can come off. You lose coolant, you'll be stuck in the middle of nowhere or overheat your car, guys. Okay, I still cannot get this. Okay, it went in. That was a good click. Let me inspect the spring now. Okay, and we're ready, guys. So guys, the thermostat on that BMW, we put it together. That's the N55 engine. What we need to do now, install the intercooler, right? Intercooler and the radiator fan. Those are the only two things practically left. And you need to add coolant. That's where people make one mistake. If you just add coolant, you do not bleed the cooling system, guys. You may end up having an air pocket inside the engine that will prevent coolant to flow freely, and as a result, you may overheat your engine and destroy it. So check out the video on our YouTube channel, how to bleed cooling system on BMW. It will teach you guys how to do that step by step. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.